stand by for further details. We return tonight to your regularly scheduled program.
We wasn't chasing you, we had a taping too. We came through to do our 1-2 thing. Politics as usual.
Yeah, but, I usually don't let the grades grow in. You know what I mean? Let it grow the beard. Really, right now, I usually just keep the, the little mustache joint. But wifey and everybody tell me, oh, you look good with it. Keep it. Quarantine time. I said, okay. How we are.
They get us with that shit all the time, right?
Word up. Yeah, man.
That shit in the back is crazy. That ULL.
Yeah, you got the shirts, the hoodies. Yeah, I got the hoodie joint on now. Then we got the jerseys, the hat, the visors.
How much the hoodie and shit?
Oh, the hoodies like this right here is $30. Yeah. What up, peoples? We out here once again doing the 1-2 like we do. Politics as usual on the Session TV. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Shout out to Life of the God. He out there. He's supposed to chime in a little bit later and whatnot. He's trying to get his life together with his phone and everything. So he gonna chime in later and whatnot. Ralph Lowe, he been trying to tap in and out, but he having audio problems. But we'll see. He gonna be tapping in and out, and hopefully his audio get acting right, and get on his job and get him to be able to hear us and be able to say something so we can hear him. We'll see what's up with that. But, for right now, you know what I'm saying? We right here doing our 1-2, with Kryste. You know what I mean? We're gonna build with Kryste, you know what I mean? We do our 1-2, see what's good. What's good, Kryste?
Ain't shit, man. Just chilling, man. Just, creating, getting this music and shit together. I got another joint I'm dropping on the 29th of this month called Cold, produced by my nigga Frenchie. And, I'm just going to keep dropping these joints, man, until, shit start to look a little, seem a little different, and I could go out and finish shooting the rest of these little mini joints, those little mini movie joints and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, really and truly. But right now, I'm just going to keep dropping these joints. I'm working on this project called Ming 2, Money Is Not God. And then I got another project dropping. It don't have a title, it's just a cover. You know what I'm saying? So it's just cover artwork with no title. So.
So you got the so the music, and you said you're doing some videos. I mean some video movies, website. What is that? You said?
I call them mini movies. Just based on like our cinematic approach to the shit. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't really put too much into the videos, and we do that on purpose. So so the viewers can actually grow. Because, I'm coming, like, for me, I look at everything that's happening with me right now as like a resurgence. Because, I was on my Spotify shit not too long ago, and I'm seeing like 18 to 22 and 22 to 34, and primarily that's a new audience of motherfuckers that's listening to me. So I try to just go really like the organic, simple approach with the videos, and just kind of just gradually bring niggas up, you know what I'm saying? So once we start really, doing it on a whole nother level, you know what I'm saying? Niggas could, seeing the progress, so to speak. You know what I
mean? Yeah, no doubt. But shit, so I mean, we know you're gonna be getting back in the streets once everything we on this quarantine time. That's the reason why we doing our setup like we doing it now. Other than that, we'd have been, out and about with you and been where you at, and doing a face-to-face interview. But we know you're gonna be out there on the grind, because that's what it's gonna be about. Because right now you can sit in the lab and get your music and prep all that together, but the visuals is what people be wanting to see. And then you get out there and you get out there, get able to shoot the videos and whatnot. That's gonna be what's up. But word. Right. But yeah, man. I mean, get the people get to know. Yo, where you from?
Brownsville, man. From Ocean Hill, Brownsville. You know what I'm saying? Born and raised. Born in Kings County Hospital. You know what I mean? Went to IS 271, went to Boys and Girls, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like
Oh, you
this
the Boys
official.
and Girls. Okay, you was on the Boys and
Yeah,
Girls
I'm an
running
official
full food.
Brooklyn nigga, bro. Like, I ain't no
Mm-hmm.
like nigga that wasn't born in Brooklyn, none of that goofy shit. Like, I'm official Brownsville nigga. And you know, came in the game with my brothers, you know what I'm saying? Smooth the Hustler, Trigger the Gambler. And you know, by way of DR period, Next Level, you know, that was the name of the company at the time. Rafiq, Divine, Rocco, you know, DR period, Low Mid, Kenny G, you know, it was DJ New. It was a lot of people. Papoose was down. Had a group called Golden Smiles, another group called Empire that my cousin was in. Had the Punishers. It was, you know, it was Foxy Brown, like, you know, like she was called AKA at the time though. And it was a few more motherfuckers, but we was deep, you know what I'm saying?
Brooklyn, that was Brooklyn deep, huh?
Yeah, Smooth was the sacrificial lamb, so to speak. And him and the Punishers, they put out a single tape where it looked like a double mint gum and it said double the flavor. And that Smooth the Hustler, and you remember that shit.
Yeah.
That had the streets on fire. That was the first time I actually was on a record professionally that went out. You know, he did Hustling. My everyday lifestyle ain't nothing but a hustle.
But a hustle.
I mean, back on gambling, slinging, nobody no muscle.
Yeah, that was that Jordan. Wow, that was hard.
Yeah, so you know, we started off as dancing niggas, you know what I'm saying? Like on some street dancing shit, you know, like how Scoop and Scrap, you know, Juice and Wiz, FBI, you know, dances, IBM, you know, all them type of niggas. Like we was on it like that for a minute. You know, we was called 3 Deep, and then from 3 Deep, we started calling ourselves the Guest Riders. And we just started, you know, all we rocked was Guest and Low. I mean, I rocked the Guest, Low, and Tommy Hilfiger. Smooth was a Polo and Guest nigga. Trig was Guest and whatever the fuck else he wanted to put on. But the majority of us, like, was just on Guest. Like, Guest. Me and Smooth was more like Guest and Polo niggas, you know what I'm saying? But Smooth always always wore a lot of Low. Quiet as kept, you know what I'm saying? So we called ourselves the Guest Riders, and we was killing shit. We was performing in some shit called the All-Star Talent Show back in the days. And we was winning first place every time we performed. But one time we performed, and Smooth picked up the fucking mic and started rapping while we was dancing, and the crowd went crazy. And we won first place in the rap category and in the dance category. Niggas got mad, we fucked niggas up and all that shit, you know what I'm saying?
But that was the first time Smooth got on a mic or something?
Nah, it was like the first time that he grabbed the mic since we was dancing though. Because he always rapped around us. Yeah. But he wasn't doing no shows and no shit like that. Because we was just really on some dancing shit at the time. But Smooth always was in the cut, writing and all that. And then after that happened, he was like, yo, I don't want to dance no more. He's like, yo, after we do the town hall shit, yeah, he was like, after we do the town hall shit, I'm not dancing. Because, you know, we was going in like in a competition. So he's like, yo, after we win town hall, I'm not rapping, I'm not dancing no more. I looked at this nigga like he was fucking crazy. I'm like, you ain't dancing no more. What the fuck I'm gonna do? You know what I'm saying? And Greg was like, I ain't dancing no more. I'm like, whoa. So I was kind of forced to learn how to rap because my niggas didn't want to dance no more.
Okay.
Feel me? So Smooth, what he did was he wrote 2 raps for me, 2 raps for Trigger. Like our training wheels, you know what I'm saying? We was like 14, 13, shit like that or whatever. He wrote our shit and he's like, look, say it like this. This, that, and third. And I was like, oh, okay. So then he was like, now, y'all niggas homework, y'all niggas gotta write your own rap and y'all gotta come with 2 songs. Hook, you know, chorus, And then, you know, we had to, you know, once we all had our shit, then we had to showcase it in front of him, you know, at his mom's crib or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So we all came to the crib and shit. We all came to Miss Vivian's crib. That's his mom's name was Vivian. So we all at Miss Vivian's house. So he's like, all right, so everybody doing their shit. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody doing their song, everybody doing their verse. And niggas was everybody came up with hot shit. You know what I'm saying? And then I had like 2 songs. I had this shit called Ghetto and Hitting Every Angle. And my dad challenged me to write some music without cursing. So I was like, all right, cool. So I wrote some shit, whatever. And I sang them shits, man. And I remember Smooth Reaction was gold. That shit was golden. It was like, yo, that shit is crazy. So then they was like, yo, that shit, we gonna make those songs. We gonna turn those songs into the crew song. I was like,
He said, now you always tell what to do.
That's my shit. Yeah, y'all niggas are using my shit, bro.
That's me.
And
that's my lick right there.
Yeah, nigga, then I had wrote a rap and shit was like, carry the hot sauce over the table. I never lied, so I called it a fable. So as I label myself as the guardian of funk, I'm like the gravy without the lumps or the humps. So I'm as smooth as the cool breeze, so get in your hands and knees. I'm like a bee. I stung you with my lyrical tongue, so you swung and you missed. You just got, I'm like that was my rap. And nigga Smooth heard that shit. It was like, yo! He started flipping, and that was it. Once I got that reaction from him, I just sat in the house every day, writing. You know what I'm saying?
So you said that when you was like, what, 13, 14, you saying?
Yeah.
That's what's up. That was a young, you definitely out there started early spitting, writing them rhymes. Word.
They said niggas in the Ville at one point said I was corny though. Like, then I had to go in the crib 2 months on a nigga on some samurai shit, get my life together. I came back slaying niggas.
Came back to your one too. So was DV the Kryst, DV alias Kryst? Was that your first? That's your first name, or what was your first name?
My first name was Shag. You know what I'm saying? I went through a few names. It was K Silk, because I was on some silk shirt shit. Back in the 80s, niggas wore silk shirts and flat tops.
Yeah.
And I was like, K Silk sound a little too fucked up. So I was like, I went by Shag, because I used to have like dreads and shit, and I had to wear where they covered my face like a Shaggy dog. So I went by Shag. That was my name. And then as time progressed, I started getting into like, spirituality and, knowledge of self. Not so much on the God degree level, but just, being real aware of and conscious of things in life and blah, blah, blah. And my uncle Muhammad is in the FOI, and he was arguing with the television because that's what he do. And he was like, it was something about Kryst, and he was like, Kryst ain't nothing but a person with many talents. I said, shit, that's me. So I said, I'm gonna call myself Alias Khryst. I went to Smooth. I said, yo, Smooth, I got my rap name. He said, what? I said, Alias Khryst. He was like, ooh. He said, yo, you should be DV Alias Khryst. I said, what the fuck is DV? He said, the voice. Deep voice. You be saying deep shit with your voice. Deep voice, the voice known as Kryst. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's hard. That's hard.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that. So so we all had does. We was kind of like the first set of niggas to do that, like Smooth the Hustler, Trigger the Gambler.
Yeah.
Like, so I was DV Alias Khryst, the pimp preacher. Because them niggas like this Kryst be pimping knowledge to these bitches. You feel me? Like that's like
also using that knowledge to do your one too.
Yeah. So that was just my whole makeup. That's kind of like how a nigga just kind of the origin, like a light origin story about a nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, that's what's up. That's what's good. So who was your favorite artist coming up? Because
Smooth.
you saying Smooth, but you saying you switched. I guess when you switched and you start getting on the righteous and the knowledge path of your lyrics, that mean, I mean, did you go to, like, did you start really saying, okay, this was but I start transforming to like the Talib Kweli and you know what I mean, the most
Nah,
death.
we was doing shit before they even had careers. Nobody even heard of them when we was, formulating and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like at that time, it was Brand Nubians out and De La Soul, the native tongue movement. I was loving that shit, but
Yeah,
I
that's
was
also,
loving that
yeah.
before I even knew how to rap. Though my first hip hop tape was 3 Feet High and Rising, and then the second tape I bought was Hell to the Queen. The third tape I bought was Kid and Play. And then the fourth one was Redhead Kingpin. And then I bought Big Daddy Kane. The first album, Long Live the Kane.
Yeah.
And then everything else, I was just making tapes for Mr. Magic and shit. You know what I'm saying? When Mr. Magic was on the radio, my mom's bought me a radio for my room with the speakers, with the turntable at the top and all, and I could make my tapes shit, you know what I'm saying? So that was my little thing, you feel me?
So basically, I give you saying your artist, your favorite artist coming up with Smooth the Hustler.
Yeah, it was Smooth, because I never heard nobody that fucking dope and that young. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I was.
And you around them seeing it.
Yeah, because even as a kid, like, I was always in a certain type of rap. Like, I like niggas with lyrics and voices and style. You get what I'm saying? So it was in how rhythmic a nigga rap. But when I, being around Smooth was kicking rhymes at 10 years old that sound like fucking Big Daddy Kane. I swear to God, like, the nigga was nice as a motherfucker even back then. So I heard that nigga, I was like, I want to be like that nigga. You know what I'm saying? And this nigga right here. You know what I'm saying? And then once I was influenced by hip hop in its totality, but being that this is my nigga and he right next to me, that's the spark. That was like, okay, I know, because I was fucking with niggas that was on gang shit, or, on my block. Them niggas was wild. Niggas called GP. Niggas was on a whole nother type of time. You feel me? But I knew them was my niggas still, but I knew if I'd have stayed rocking with them, something probably would have happened to me. You know what I'm saying? Because just the life that them niggas was on. Them niggas was on some gangster shit. You know what I'm saying? Smooth and them niggas was definitely on some gangster shit, but it was a mixture of the arts. So it was like they got on their gangster shit sometimes during the day or the night, but most of the time they thinking about music and watching videos and so it was
how to make money, how to get a lick.
Yeah. So for me, I was like, my mom's was already in the music industry, doing her thing as an artist. She's singing background for Shaka Khan and all these type of people or whatever. So my mind was, okay, if I fuck with these niggas and we do this shit together, we gonna get on. Like, that was my mentality soon as I saw those. Like, because when I first saw them niggas, they had Dapper Dan suits dancing at the end of 271 Park. I never forget this shit, because my man Merv had gave me his Polo Goose, the one that was yellow and the blue at the bottom with the Polo USA going down the arm.
On the arm, okay.
I actually just copped that shit like a few months back too, just mint condition, sidebar. But I was in the walkway of the park, and I'm looking. I'm like, these niggas getting busy. 3 niggas. It was Smooth Trigger and his cousin Gotti. So fast forward, now I go to school. I see the nigga Trigger sitting on the bleachers with a few chicks around him and shit. So I walked up on him. I said, "Yo, that was you in the park dancing with some dudes?" He's like, "Yeah, that was my brother and my cousin." I was like, "Yo, I remember those dance steps y'all did." It's like, word, let me see. Did them shits, boom, boom, wah, boom, boom, wah. You know what I'm saying? He's like, oh shit. Got off the benches and did the shit with me. So now the dance instructor, her name was Miss Baker. She saw us dancing and was like, oh shit, I need y'all to choreograph the dance competition that we gonna have at IS 275. Okay, fuck it. We ain't never choreographed nothing together. We just met each other. We choreographed the 60 kids, wound up winning first place, got into a fight. Fucking niggas up, like, you know, because this is early '90s shit, so niggas was wilding back.
Yeah, you get mad when you take a loss or something go down.
Yeah. So from there, Trig brought me around, you know, his brother and them. You know, them niggas wasn't feeling me because I was from Herkimer. They ain't really rock with Herkimer niggas too much like that. Some of them, but they ain't rock with all them niggas. So Smooth was like, nah, I don't fuck with no new niggas. That nigga can't come around. I looked at that nigga like, you crazy. I'm coming around. Because in my mind, I'm like, this is my way out of the bullshit. I know if we all come together, I don't have to be getting myself in no trouble. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'll come over there and just sit on the stool. Them niggas will walk past me. I'll find them niggas. They be in Crown Heights with their Uncle Barsham and them Wolfpack niggas. I walk all the way to motherfucking Crown Heights and find them niggas. They Uncle Barsham was like, yo, this nigga's a killer, my nigga. You know, y'all niggas need to keep him down.
Oh, one of the Wolfpack
yo, that's on my grandmother's grave, son. If you ever ask them niggas, they will tell you Kryste was the original GPS. How the fuck this nigga found us? We don't know. But he always knew where the fuck we was at. Cause my nigga, I walked anywhere. I know they wasn't going. You understand, Brooklyn niggas back in the days, we ain't go but too far. Niggas get a brand new car and drive around the block, nigga.
I mean, they said a 4-block radius.
Yeah, you feel me? So I'm like, they can't be but so fucking far. And I spot them niggas like, bong. They like, this nigga. But they respected that shit. They was like, nah, all right, fuck it. We gonna get a nigga a shot. And I took that shit and ran with it, my nigga.
Ran with it.
Started dancing and getting, you know, shit started happening, bro. And then bong, you know, our lives, shit haven't been the same since, my nigga, to be honest with you.
Oh, man. Yeah, man. That's how it is. Man, listen. Grow up in the Ville. I know that, you know, we grew up in the Jump. Grow up in the Ville. Grow up in the Brooklyn, period, man. It's just an adventure in itself, man. Everybody, whoever grew up in the Brooklyn in the 80s, 90s, 70s, whatever, you know what I mean, the 60s, you know, they got stories to tell because it wasn't as easy as it was now, whereas, you know, it was a lot of things going on, a lot of action being done back in them days, and it was always something that you be like, yo, and it was more likely close to you because you more like it was in it or around it or knew somebody that was doing they want to and doing their thing. Like, yo, that was sunning them up the block. Oh, whoa. Oh, man, that happened or this happened. Yo, you know, it was crazy back in them days there in Brooklyn, man. Word. Yeah. But yeah, so when did you officially start rocking like low and all that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I started rocking low 1986. My mom used to keep me fly. Anybody from the hood to tell you that. Like, niggas used to think my family, my mom's and my pops was rich. Like, they thought we had a lot of money. Because my mom's kept me and my sister laced. I came in the crib probably every day or every other day after school. My mom's got some Polo, some fucking Claiborne, Gotcha, La Tigra, Gant, you know, like all the 80s shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, she wasn't fucking with no used and damaged. She was not buying me that shit because she used to see drug dealers wearing that shit. So she didn't want me to wear stuff that would make me a statistic, so to speak. You get what I'm saying? So my introduction to Polo came from my mom. Because she was buying me that shit, and I just liked the horse. When I used to, she'd buy me all the colors, like all of the Polos with the horses and shit. I had blue, pink, you know what I'm saying, green, shit with stripes and all of that. But then, you know, the niggas next door to me, they was getting the shit that I started seeing niggas down the hill wearing. You know, y'all niggas down the hill, Brooklyn niggas, you know what I'm saying? And then
them
all them
symbols,
niggas
the
over
big
on,
pieces.
yeah, Smurf Village and fucking Utica and, you know, all y'all niggas, St. James, you know, all that. You know what I'm saying? St. John's, all that, nigga. So I'm like, I'm looking, this nigga got shit with cookies and scheming, and I'm like, this shit looking crazy. So I'm telling my mom's like, I want some of that type of shit. Like, I like the horse, but I want the stuff with the logos, the crest. She was like, no. She was not, because my mom's was street savvy. She knew niggas was getting robbed and all that for them shit. So she kept me preppy. You feel me? Like, so it wasn't until, because Smooth and them niggas was wearing, Smooth was rocking Polo heavy. Because my first, the double flag with the 1967 and 1988, the Freddy Cougar joint, Smooth had that. And I remember him letting me rock it. It had a few little holes in it though. My grandmother was nice with the needle. She sold that shit so perfect. My nigga, it was a brand new shirt. Smooth seen that shit and was like, yo, give me my shirt back. So, but then my other man, G Notes, his moms used to keep him laced with Polo. So I used to wear a lot of his shit, his Snow Beaches, the Long Bill 1992 stadiums. He let me wear all this shit to school. So I would mix his stuff up with some of the shit my mom's was buying me. I would kill it in this school. Like, and that, like, shout out to my nigga G Notes, man. That nigga like kept me, he let me go in his crib, he pick shit. You know, I'm like, yo, son, let me hold this Snow Beast today, or let me hold an Aztec Goose. He had all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So from there, then I started, you know, hustling, selling crack and all that, whatever, you know, Brooklyn shit. Once I started hustling, making my own money, I started like, I would buy from the boosters. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't buying out of no store. I would see y'all niggas running out of Albee Square Mall with mad shit. I'm like, what the fuck is these niggas? Running out of Macy's. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Who's hundreds of niggas running out of Macy's with mad shit in their hand? Man. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? So I started getting cool because some of them niggas went to the high. It's like Hooker Low, mad different LoLifes was going to the high. So I was copping shit from the niggas that was boosting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's how most of our dudes was doing.
Yeah. I got busy a few times, like, you know, they had what was that? Paradox, right over by like Union Square.
Oh, Paragon?
Yeah, Paragon. Paragon used to sell low and shit in there. Niggas used to
they got pieces of low ski pieces and stuff like that. Yeah.
So we used to go in there and get busy. So I stole from out of there. I caught Burlington Coat Factory back in the days used to have, you know, a few low pieces and shit. But I wasn't as nice as y'all niggas or racking niggas. Like, I would cop from niggas like rack. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, yo, what's up? Blah, 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 this, that, and the third. And then, you know, I just got cool with niggas. Niggas just started giving me shit. And then I was, you know, getting older, growing out of shit. So I kept my shit so pristine. I was able to start trading and, you know, getting into it like that. You know what I'm saying? So I've been rocking low forever, my nigga. I don't think it's ever been a time in my life I ain't never had no Polo shit. You know what I'm saying?
So, but you said your moms and your pops was basically getting it for you. Your moms and pops, they was working?
Yeah, well, my dad worked for housing for like 20-something years. And then my mom's was an entertainer. And then her night job, she worked for Liz Claiborne.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So they was getting to it. You know, they was middle class in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How many brothers and sisters you have?
I got my biological sister, and then I got my two steps brother and sister.
Okay.
So, you know, in total, I got one brother and 2 sisters.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man, but that's I mean, out back in them days there, man, if your parents would give you them pieces, them low pieces and all that, you definitely had a foot up on most people because a lot of people had to go out there, get out there, get their pieces how they had to, and go G in it. And a lot of times it didn't end right for a lot of people, man.
Yeah,
But
man.
that was, you know what I mean? So basically your mom's put you on a Polo.
Yeah, she put me on. I didn't know nothing about I never knew shit about no Polo. Like even as like my mom's like I knew about Guess because my mom used to buy me a lot of Guess when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? I remember having a Guess jean jacket, and when you look in the inside, it was a nigga on a motorcycle. Like back in the you know, that type of shit. So my mom's was big on fashion though. She always stayed fly. She always kept me and my sister fly. You know what I'm saying? So she introduced Polo to me. I ain't know shit about that till she knew because she was around the motherfuckers with money, and that she just knew like that was the fly shit.
That was the fly, yeah.
But she didn't. But she kept it all horses.
Because,
and you know,
like you saying, she was around that, and when you think about Ralph Lauren and the Claiborne, those type of styles was in the realm of where she was at, that that area she was in. She's an entertainer. She's in that area, so they not going to wear used and damaged in the entertainment world. They wasn't wearing that like that, and Macy's wasn't carrying that like that. You had to go to like the mom and pop little spots and get the used damages and stuff like that.
Nims and all that shit.
Go to Macy's and stuff. You had to, you know what I mean. When you in there, you see Bloomingdale's, the Saks Fifth Avenue,
it was the
Lord
high-end shit.
Yeah, you go there, Ralph is up in there, and you see the little. It was a symbol even back then. So that's what definitely your mom's like, yo, oh no, I'm gonna get him this, this stylish and name brand pieces, but it ain't gonna be this big piece, but it's gonna be what's necessarily make sure my son is looking proper, presentable out there.
She
like
didn't want me wearing that. She knew that niggas was getting robbed. For Ralph Lauren, because my mom was young, you know what I'm saying? Like she was in her 20s, so she knew what the fuck was going on in the street.
She was out there at times.
Somebody, but I gotta say, I never got robbed for love. Nobody ever tried to stick me up or none of that because I knew all the niggas that was fucking niggas up, robbing niggas.
He's around the right people.
Like, I've never it's funny because I would see Thirst and all them niggas over by the Chinese restaurant and all that shit over there by Tilden because my cousin Kat lived in the building across from 330 Dumont. So she used to babysit us, her and her husband Leroy, my cousin Leroy. Then my dad is from 305, building 305 in Tilden. You get what I'm saying? So I used to see
when you come out, you're gonna see dudes.
Yeah. I look out the window, I could see niggas with mad Polo shit and shit, you know what I'm saying, by the Chinese restaurant on the corner, over on Dumont, you know what I'm saying? Like, just that little spot over there where thirsty niggas and, motherfuckers would hang out. So I was always like seeing it
right about
it. Yeah, like I was like, damn. What?
You go right. You talk right there. You talk the Chinese restaurant right there on the corner by Marcus Garvey, right there.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Yeah, them dudes to be out there running around. You know what I mean? Salute. You know what I mean? Because that's how the Garvey was, man. But yo, what was your favorite piece though? What was your favorite piece?
My favorite piece. Well, I had 2 favorite pieces: the cookie and the suicide. Even to this day, like I got mad cookie suicide shit. Like
so people just collect certain things, and it's just that's what it be. Like, yo, I love this, and this is what it is. I'm gonna rock this.
And it's the scribble.
Or when it come out, you make sure you get those specific pieces. You don't care if those pieces come out with some other pieces that you like. I like those pieces. But now I'm gonna go with the pieces that I like. These are my pieces here, so I'm gonna get these here. Word.
I'm a low hunter though. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like I got satin jackets and shit that's like $600-700. I getting them shits for like $110. No cap. Like I be finding shit. I got teddy knits and shit that you'll probably find for like four and up. I done caught them shits for like 90 something or 100, $110, $20. I swear to you, like, because I'm gonna tell you right now, this is my method, right? I go on eBay, I put in the search bar the specifics. If it's a teddy, whatever it is, I know if it's an Interessa or, you know, equestrian, I know the lingo. So once I put it in, if it say 2,000 pages, I'm looking through all 2,000 of them motherfucking pages.
See, get the one, yup. You got time, hey, it's your
find
money.
Something, bro. And I always find a knit or something from a nigga that don't know what he got.
And gonna give it up for a price that you want it for.
Nigga, I caught a cross flag referee jacket, you know, the zip up, the golf one, for $100.
Yeah, nah, you gotta search. That's all it got. Be determined. Be determined.
We wasn't chasing you. We had a tape and two. We came through to do our 1-2 thing. Politics as usual.